What's going on, MD? John Delarosa here. We're here at, of course, the East Coast Mecca, Beth Francis Powerhouse Gym in Long Island. It's the week after the Olympia, so I'm feeling the aftermath of the long weekend and running around with my fiance and Victor. And, I'm a little sick today, but still here putting in work. We got another 5 months of off season before I start my official prep for the New York Pro. But as many of you know, I've already started. Putting on as much size as I can. I'm gonna bring a completely new package next year and hopefully get that title at New York. Anyways, we're here, so let's get to work. What's going on, guys? We're here at the leverage bench press. As you can see, I usually do about three sets, real lightweight, just kind of pump as much blood as I can before I actually go into my working sets, just because I feel like I can connect with that muscle a little bit more when I get some blood in there, with some light weight before I even go into my working sets. So that's pretty much what I'm doing now. You'll see me bang around some weight though in a bit. Well, it's the week after the Olympia. I was running around a lot between Swan and Victor, and it was definitely very tiring when I'm out there, but it's exciting as well. But when you get back, it all falls on you like a ton of bricks. So I'm extremely tired, but it's for me, it's really the start of my prep for New York. So as soon as we landed, I hit the gym and I've been attacking it 100%. Because New York Pro is always a stacked lineup, and I'm going to bring my best, and it's going to be a bigger, better package than I've ever brought to this stage. I'm confident of my abilities as an athlete, and hopefully I can pull out a win in New York. After coming off that third place in Toronto, I realized something about myself as an athlete. I was more of an amateur of the mind, if that makes any sense. I was still on stage with these guys and looking at them like, I remember, being on stage with Victor at the New York Pro and Rami and Juan and, all my friends. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm on stage with these guys. And then in Toronto, I was on stage with Frank McGrath, which is a guy that I used to look up to, and Fouad Abiad. And, I was still in awe that I was on stage with these guys instead of looking at it as a competition. So with that said, immediately after Toronto, it kind of like clicked that shit, I just lost like $3 grand, because maybe I could have placed second, maybe I could have beat Fouad if I had taken it a little bit more serious, and maybe I could have placed third or second at New York if I had taken it a little bit more serious. But that's kind of where the mindset changed for me, and why I've been so focused. And I think having a strong belief in myself as well, and having the backing of my family and my fiance, soon to be my wife, has really made a difference. Well, with my workout today, I usually, I definitely do go heavier on the incline presses, be it dumbbell or barbell, whatever it is. I try and push as much as I can, because my thought is that a thicker upper chest is going to make up for not a weaker, but a kind of mediocre middle chest. And I feel like my middle chest isn't so bad. I just really need to fill up my upper chest, my shoulders and stuff, which is also why I finished off with some side laterals. It's one of the things that I've really been focusing on. After every chest workout, I do a little bit of side laterals. And after every shoulder workout, I'll do a little bit of chest. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Just keeping blood into the muscle, keeping the muscle nice and full and round. So that way in 2 or 3 days, when I hit it again, it's still full and round and ready to go. But getting back to the workout, typically that's the kind of weight that I move. Like I said, I like to get the heavy weight out of the way in the beginning of the workout, just because muscle grows under tension, from what I've been taught. So if muscle grows under tension, if I can bench 500 pounds, it's going to grow a lot more efficiently at 500 pounds than it will at 135 pounds, or so on. So that's kind of my thought behind it. I feel like it's working. Again, I'm sitting around 265, 266 pounds, when I wake up, and looking pretty damn good. So you know, we'll see. We'll see come May 17th. Well, for 2014, a lot of what I'm doing has changed from what I've done in the past. First and foremost, my nutrition is, in my off season, a lot better than it has been in the past. I've been eating a lot more quality meals, just preparing my food in my off season, whereas before, you know, I would just grab something and go, and you know, it was more like not structured. You know, it wasn't, not that I didn't take it serious, it just wasn't as serious. And now that's the first and foremost thing that I changed. As soon as really coming off Toronto, I was like, all right, I gotta adjust my diet in my off season, because if I can make these gains and look the way that I do on stage, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do it off stage. So that was the first change. The second change was I had to take a step back and look at, you know, how I was training and why other guys are progressing much quicker than I was. And I took a step back and I realized that I had been doing the same kind of training style for several years. So it was time for me to switch things up. And, you know, I've been training a lot with Juan and Akeem and Victor. And, you know, I was looking at their training styles and, you know, doing some research of older bodybuilders, the guys that I looked up to. And, you know, I saw that a lot of these guys are doing volume, like Jay and Ronnie, Flex Wheeler, you know, and now Juan and Akeem. And so it just made sense for me to try it, although I do stick to my heavy weights at times, just because that's what I like to do. That's kind of how I get in my zone. So like I said to you guys earlier, I kind of just start off with the heavy weight, get the heavy weights out of the way, you know, do some good sets with that, and then really start banging away at the volume and just really engorging the blood into the muscle, and, you know, trying to stretch the fascia and grow that muscle as much as possible. In closing, I'd like to say thank you, of course, to my sponsors, Muscular Development, who's been behind me since day one as an amateur and has believed in me. Steve Bleckman has always, you know, been a big supporter of mine, so thank you to him. Thank you for keeping me in front of the camera and keeping my fans updated with my progress going into these shows. Also, a big thank you to Gerard Dente and MHP. You know, the supplement company that I stand behind is incredible. They treat me, you know, top notch. I couldn't be happier being at home with them. And also, I also like to, you know, congratulate my fiance Swan Cardo for doing her first Miss Olympia. She looked incredible. I'm proud of her. I love her, and you know, I'm looking forward to seeing her up on stage again. Big congratulations to our friend and family, Yesaya Robles. Also, Victor Martinez. Yesaya did great. She placed second at the Olympia. So, you know, big things happening on the East Coast. And Big Vic, we love you, man. And you know, get back up there in Spain and kick some ass.